On November 24, 1971, a Northwest Airlines flight from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington was carrying 36 passengers and 6 crew members. But they didn't know there was a hijacker among them, a man named D.B Cooper. The hijacker looked like a businessman, wearing a suit, black pants, a white shirt, and a tie. He was probably in his mid-40s. When the plane took off, he introduced himself to an air hostess. The air hostess's name was Florence Schaffner. Cooper gave the air hostess a note with a smile, but the 23-year-old Schaffner thought he was flirting with her. Seeing this behavior, Cooper said, "You should read the note. I have a bomb." When Schaffner opened the note, it read, "Miss, I have a bomb in my briefcase and want you to sit by me." Schaffner sat down next to Cooper without saying a word, and Cooper started to say his demands one by one. He said, "I want $200,000 in cash by 5 p.m. today. All the cash in a bag. I want all the cash in a bag and 2 parachutes for front and for back. And when I land, a fuel tank must be ready for refueling." The rest of the passengers on the plane still didn't know anything. After hearing the demand, Schaffner sat another air hostess, Tina Macklow, next to him and went to the cockpit to give the news. The pilot told the air traffic controller, and very quickly the news reached the president of the airline, Donald Narrow. He was the decision maker here. He said that we are willing to do whatever the hijacker says. He contacted the FBI and arranged a special money from a bank in Seattle, which we will learn about in the video. It took a long time to arrange the money, but the problem was that the flight was only 30 minutes, so the pilot was ordered to circle over Seattle, and the passengers were told that they were not landing due to some mechanical problem. The plane finally landed at 5:45 p.m., and as promised, the money and parachutes were delivered to the plane, after which Cooper ordered to release the passengers. After refueling, the pilot and Tina Macklow started flying again in the plane, and Cooper started giving instructions again, telling the pilot to take the plane to Mexico and fly the plane at an altitude of 10,000 feet and to fly as slowly as possible. But the pilot said that if it continued like this, the plane would never reach Mexico because there was not enough fuel, but Cooper had no idea about it. He said to do what he was told. What happened after that was absolutely incredible. Then Cooper ordered Tina to go to the cockpit and close the door. Now Cooper was alone in the back of the plane. Suddenly a light blinking in the cockpit, indicating that the stairs at the back of the plane had opened. At that time, there were stairs at the back of the Boeing 727 plane. Cooper jumped out of the plane with the money and parachute. It didn't take long for the pilot to realize that there was no one else behind the plane. The pilot landed the plane in the nearby city of Reno, Nevada. The police immediately started investigating, but they found nothing except a tie and some parachute fabric. This investigation was officially closed in 2016 after 45 years. This is a mysterious case in the history of the FBI. After hearing all this, you may have many questions in your mind, such as who is this D.B Cooper? What was that special money? And can Cooper be found? Let's understand one by one. Actually, his name was Dan Cooper. A news reporter quickly pronounced his name Dan Cooper as D.B Cooper, and since then the world has known him as D.B Cooper.
D.B Cooper.
D.B Cooper.
D.B Cooper.
Cooper's tie clip, which was recovered from the plane, was examined under an electron microscope in March 2009. It contained unalloyed metals such as titanium and aluminum. Scientists speculate that Cooper may have worked in a chemical or metal plant, or at an aeronautics company that makes planes like the Boeing 775. Video. First, we know that Cooper was given a special kind of money. They were $20 bills, and the bank had noted down the serial number of those notes. Later, the bank circulated the serial number all over the country so that the FBI could track Cooper wherever the notes were used. An 8-year-old boy found $3,000 while playing in the sand at Columbia River Beach. Those are $20 bills. It didn't take long for investigators to figure out that the bills had been given to Cooper.
Hijacker D.B. Cooper, the first break in the only unsolved airplane hijacking in United States history, came on a Columbia River beach. 8-year-old boy dug up the shreds of $3,000 on
They quickly
Sunday.
searched the riverbank and found a total of $5,800. After finding the money, FBI agent Richard Tosaw said that Cooper had drowned that night, but there was no evidence to support his theory. Later, many people imitated Cooper and hijacked planes and landed alive, but the police were able to catch them. After those incidents, many people think that Cooper may have survived that night. Today, the mystery of D.B. Cooper is an unsolved mystery. No one knows who Cooper was, where he came from, and where he went. After listening to all this, share your opinion in the comments.